Good morning, students. Good morning, students. Today we will discuss the reasoning part. So, see here 1 to 5. Read the following, study the following information carefully, then answer the questions. There are 8 persons MNO, PQ, RS. They are sitting in a straight line. Some of them are facing north, some of them are facing south, but not necessarily in the same order. P is sitting third to the left of the one who sits second to the right of O. More than 2 persons are there between R and Q. R sits second to the left of N. M does not face south direction. S does not face the same direction as N. P and O sit at any of the extreme ends. Neither sit at any of the extreme ends nor sit adjacent to each other. T is sitting fourth to the right of the one who sits to the immediate left of P. Only 2 persons are there between S and N. Q sits to the left of T and faces the direction opposite to T. Those who sit at extreme end do not face the same direction. S is the immediate neighbor of neither O nor T. So this is the puzzle we are having. Now we should solve this puzzle. Now before going to that puzzle, just all of you draw one straight line. All of you draw one straight line and you divide into 8 parts. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now see here. P sits third to the left of the one who sits second to the right of O. Now T sits, which point we should take first? T sits fourth to the right of the one who is sitting to the immediate left of P. And here it is clearly mentioned P and O are not at extreme end. So T is sitting fourth to the right of the one who sits to the immediate left of P. And P and O we should not take at extreme ends. So I can't take P at extreme end. I am taking P here. T sits fourth to the right of one who sits to the left of P. Left of P is this. So left of P is this. That means P plus. Now from here, fourth right. First, second, third, fourth. Here you will get T. Here you will get T. So T sits fourth to the right of one who sits to the immediate left of P. So here we don't know the person, but that person is a plus. Here we don't know the person name, but that person is a plus. That means plus means facing to the center. Facing to the center. Minus means facing away the center. Then P and O neither sit at extreme end nor sit adjacent to each other. That means O is not adjacent to each other. Then S is an immediate neighbor of neither O nor T. S is the neighbor of neither O nor T. P sits third to the left of the one who sits second to the right of O. P is sitting third to the left of one who sits second to the right of O. See here, T left to third P. T left to third P. That means T I am taking plus. P sits third to the left of T. T is sitting second to the right of O. That means O I am taking here. O is minus since T is second to the left of O. But it is here it is given second to the right of O. So O is minus. O minus means facing away the center. Then facing away the center. More than 2 persons are there between R and Q. Now regarding S. S is the neighbor of neither O nor T. That means S cannot come here, S cannot come here. That means S can come here or S can come here. And only 2 persons are there between S and N. There are 2 persons between S and N. So if I take S here, it will be N. There are 2 persons between S and N. R is sitting second to the left of N. R is sitting second to the left of N. R is sitting second to the left of N. R is sitting second to the left of N. Then more than 2 persons are there between R and Q, and Q is to the left of T. Q is to the left of T. So here if I take Q, Q is to the left of T, and R and N. R and N. See regarding R and N, R is sitting second to the left of N. That means R I am taking here. Second to the right of N. That means N is minus. Since the persons who are at extreme end, they are not facing the same direction. Since this is plus, this will be minus. And we are left out with M. M does not face south. So M is facing north direction. M is facing north direction. M is facing north direction. Then Q is sitting to the left of T and faces the direction opposite to that of T. So T is plus, so Q will be minus. T is plus and Q will be minus. S does not face the same direction as N. So since N is minus, S will be plus. So this is the total puzzle we have got. Now based on this, we have to answer the question. Based on this puzzle, we should answer the question. See the first question. How many persons are there between O and P? How many persons are there between O and P? See here. How many persons are there between O and P? This is O, this is P. In between there are how many persons? 4 persons are there. How many persons are there? 4. Which of the following sit at extreme ends? So who is sitting at extreme ends? Who is sitting at extreme ends? M and R. M and R are at extreme ends. Then who is to the immediate right of S? Who is to the immediate right of S? Q. Q is to the immediate right of S. How many members are facing north direction? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 members are facing north direction. How many members? 4 members. Then 4 of the following 5 are alike in certain way and hence form a group. Which is the one that does not belong to the group? So here you see carefully directions. N is minus. Then R is also minus. R is also minus only. P will be plus. O is minus. Q is minus. All are facing away except P. So P is the odd one out. P is the odd one out. Now 6 to 10. These are greater than, lesser than questions. In these questions, the relationship between different elements is shown. The statements are followed by the conclusions. Give answer 1 if only 1 is true, 2 if only 2, 3 either 1 or 2, 4 neither 1 or 2, 5 both 1 and 2 are true. See the first one. M greater than or equal to S, S greater than or equal to J, J less than or equal to N, N greater than Y. X greater than Q, Q greater than or equal to M. Now, and M less than or equal to C, C less than or equal to L. Now, L greater than Y, whether it follows or not. L greater than Y, whether it follows or not, that we have to check. L greater than or equal to Y. See here. Here, we can write L greater than or equal to C, C greater than or equal to M, M greater than or equal to S, S greater than or equal to J, J less than or equal to N, N greater than Y. Since the symbols have been changed, L greater than Y does not follow. And see the next one, X greater than N, X greater than N. So that also you can see, X greater than or equal to M and M less than N. That means here and here the symbols have been changed. Here it is greater than, here it has come less than. So this also does not follow. So neither 1 nor 2. Option 4 is the correct answer. Neither 1 nor 2 means option 4 will be our correct answer. See the next question. 7th one. A greater than V, V greater than or equal to E, E greater than or equal to B, B greater than or equal to N, N greater than or equal to T, R less than B, B greater than or equal to Z, B greater than or equal to Z, Z greater than H, Z greater than H. Now A greater than Z. For this, what we have to do? Now A greater than V, V greater than or equal to E, E greater than or equal to B, B greater than or equal to Z, Z greater than H. Therefore, A greater than Z definitely follows. First one follows. Second one, T less than R, T less than R, R less than B, B greater than or equal to N, N greater than T. So therefore, there is no common symbol between R and T. Therefore, T less than R does not follow. Only first one follows. T less than or does not follow. See the next question. K less than or equal to S, S less than or equal to H, H is equal to L, L less than W, V less than O, O less than or equal to K, K greater than or equal to A greater than or equal to J. Now first one, J greater than or equal to L. See here. A less than or equal to J. So J less than or equal to A. K greater than or equal to A. So A less than or equal to K. Now K less than or equal to S. S less than or equal to H. H is equal to L. Therefore, J less than L follows, but J greater than or equal to L does not follow. First one does not follow. And see the second one. O less than or equal to L. For this, O less than or equal to K, K less than or equal to S, S less than or equal to H, H is equal to L. Therefore, O less than or equal to L definitely follows. Second one definitely follows. So only 2 is the answer. Second one definitely follows means only 2 is our correct answer. See the next question. Y less than T, T less than or equal to C, C less than or equal to Z, Z less than or equal to L, L less than R, and P greater than Z, Z less than or equal to X, X less than F. Now R greater than T. So R greater than T. See here. T less than or equal to C, C less than or equal to Z. See this one. Z less than or equal to X. Sorry. Z less than or equal to L. Z less than or equal to L. L less than R. So here if you see between T and R less than symbol. Therefore R greater than T definitely follows. See the second one. F greater than Y. F greater than Y. For this, Y less than T, T less than or equal to C, C less than or equal to Z, Z less than or equal to X, X less than F. Therefore, Y less than F follows or F greater than Y definitely follows. So both follows is the answer. Both follows means option 5 is the correct answer. Option 5 will be our correct answer. See the next one. L less than M, M less than J, J less than or equal to W, W greater than or equal to D, D greater than V, V greater than H, H greater than T. Now L greater than D. So this is L. This is D. In between the symbols have been changed. First one does not follow. D greater than or equal to L. If you see this carefully, these two are complementary pair. When there is no relation, if it is given L greater than D, L less than or equal to D. Or else L less than D, L greater than or equal to D. Then these are called as complementary pair. Here there is no relation between L and D, but it is given L greater than D and D greater than or equal to L means L less than or equal to D. So these two are complementary pairs. That means either one or three follows. If there is no relation, if one greater than and one less than or equal to, or if one less than or one greater than or equal to is given, then these two are considered as complementary pairs. Here there is no relation between L and T. Here it is given L greater than D and D greater than or equal to L can be written as L less than or equal to D. So those two are complementary pairs. See the next question. 11 to 15. Study the information carefully, then answer the question. 8 friends A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H are sitting around a circular table in a seminar. Some of them are facing outside the center, while some of them are facing to the center. D does not face outside the center. E is sitting opposite to the H, who faces the same direction as F. F sits opposite to the one who sits third to the F sits opposite to the one who sits third to the left of B. A is sitting third to the right of the one who sits second to the left of F. A does not sit opposite to B. A faces same direction as C. G faces the same direction as D, who does not face outside the center. Not more than 2 friends sit immediate next to each other, are facing the same direction. E is the immediate neighbor of neither A nor B. Only 2 friends are there between D and G, who sits to the immediate left of C. Now this is one circle puzzle. What we need to do is you just draw 2 circles. We will draw 2 possibilities. This I am dividing into 8 parts. This also I am dividing into 8 parts. We are doing 2 possibilities, remember that. Now start the puzzle. Now start the puzzle. See here carefully the puzzle. F sits opposite to the one who sits third to the left of B. So take this as the first point. So write down here B. In the first case I am taking B to the center. Second case I am taking B away the center. F sits opposite to the one who sits third to the left of B. So B left first, second, third. Here opposite we are getting F. Here B right third. 1, 2, 3. Here opposite we are getting F. So this is the first point. Then A sits third to the right of the one who sits second to the left of F. So second to the left of F. In first case I am taking F minus. Second case I am taking F plus. A is sitting third to the right of the one who sits second to the left of A. So second to the left of A means in the first case second to the right of F here. A is third to the right. 1, 2, 3. Here I am getting A. Here plus A. Now here this one in the second case. A sits third to the right of one who sits second to the left of F. Second to the left of F this one. So for here third right. 1, 2, 3. Here A. So here also I am getting plus. Then see the next point. E is sitting opposite to the H who faces the same direction as F. H is facing the same direction as F and E is opposite to H. E is opposite to H. H is facing the same direction as F. So this is H and this is E. So come to second case. E and H. H is facing the same direction as F. Then E is the neighbor of neither A nor B. E is not the neighbor of A and B. That is also correct. Only two friends sit between D and G. Who sits to the immediate left of C? So G is on the immediate left of C. G is on the immediate left of C. Suppose G is here. Suppose C is here. Then only two friends are there between D and G. So here I am getting D. That means G is on the immediate left of C. But here G is on the immediate right of C. That means C is taken as minus here. C is taken as minus. Come to the second case. Here I am taking C. Here I am taking G. There are two persons between G and D. There are two persons between G and D. That we can't write here. There are two persons between G and D cannot be written. So second one is wrong. Second one is wrong. So first one itself is correct. Then G faces the same direction as D, who does not face outside the center. That means D is facing to the center. Also G is facing to the center. A faces the same direction as C. A faces the same direction as C. C is minus, so A is also minus. So this is the correct thing. So based on this we should answer the question. So this you can eliminate or this you can remove. Now based on this you should answer the question. See the questions 11 to 15. Who is sitting opposite to C? So opposite to C, who is sitting? B. B is the correct answer. B is the correct answer. Then, how many friends are there between H and D when counted in anti-clockwise direction from D? Anti-clockwise means right side. Always anti-clockwise means right side. So between D and H, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 members are there. How many members are there? 4. 4 of the following 5 are alike in certain way and hence form a group, which is the one that does not belong to the group. So here D plus facing to the center. B plus facing to the center. E is also plus. G is also plus. H is minus. So H is the odd one out because it is facing outside. What is the position of F with respect to B? With respect to B, what is the position of F? It is to the immediate right. Immediate right Option 1. How many friends are there to the center? To the center, how many friends are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 are there to the center. 4 means option 3. Now 16 to 20, this is called as coding and decoding. You have to identify the codes for the given words. See here. Unlock speed addition plus GD, XH, NP, SR. Never plus speed value SR, HS, SC, XH. Value speed digital never XH, HS, SC, SZ. Prime digital plus unlock SZ, GD, HJ, SR. Now see here, unlock is there in the first, unlock is there in the last. Now what is the code for unlock? In the first we are having GD. In the last also GD. So what is the code for unlock? GD. GD is the code for unlock. Now speed addition plus. Speed is in the second, speed in the first and third. In both we are having XH. So speed is XH. Speed means XH. Now see the next one. Addition plus. Plus we are having here and here plus. In both we are having one word, that is SR. So plus means SR. Plus means SR. So unlock means GD, speed means XH, and plus means SR. So unlock speed plus. Then what about addition? Addition means NP. Addition means NP. Now come to the second. Value speed digital never. So speed means already it is XH. Value digital never. Value digital never. So value digital never. Digital. What do you mean by digital? In both third and fourth we are having digital. So digital means SZ. Then value or never. These are not repeated, no? Value never. HS or SC. Then last. Digital already SZ. Plus already SR. Unlock already GD. We are left out with HJ prime. So prime means HJ. Prime means HJ. So these are the codes we are having. Now based on this we should answer the question. See the first one. What is the code for speed in the given code language? XH3. What is the code for digital plus? Digital means SZ, plus means SR. So third one. What is the code for unlock given code language? So what is the code for unlock? GD. GD is the code for unlock. If the given code addition dash is NPHJ. See here. Addition dash is NPHJ. So addition means NP and HJ. So here HJ means which one? Prime. Then what is the code for missing word? Missing word HJ. For HJ, what is the code? Prime. Prime is the correct answer. What is the value for, what is the code for value? This is value. Value means either HS or SC. Either one or two. Either one or two. See the next one. Study the following information carefully, then answer the questions. So here some information is there. You have to answer the question based on the given information. See. 9 managers are living on 9 different floors of the same building but not necessarily in the same order. The first floor is 1, second floor is 2 and so on till the topmost floor is 9. R does not live above the P's floor. N lives on odd number floor. J and L lives on adjacent floor of each other. L lives on the adjacent floor of neither E nor C. More than one floor is there between more than one manager live between G and A, who lives below N. P lives at a gap of 2 floors below E and at a gap of 1 floor above C. C does not live on the lowermost floor. There are 2 managers between R and N who does not live on the top floor. So now there are totally 9 floors are there. So 2 column puzzle only this is. Floor and person. Floor, person. See here floor followed by person. Since there are totally 9 floors, write down the numbers in the descending order from 9 to 1. Write down the numbers in the descending order from 9 to 1. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now see here. So do the puzzle carefully. N lives on the odd number floor. N is living on the odd number floor. N does not live on the top floor. If N is on the odd number and N is not on the top floor, N can be taken on the 7th floor. N is on the 7th floor. There are 2 managers between N and R. So between N and R there are how many managers? 2 managers. Then more than one floor is there between G and A. Who lives below N? P lives at the gap of 2 floors below E floor and at the gap of 1 floor above C floor. So P lives at the gap of 2 floors below E floor. So P lives at the gap of 2 floors below E floor. And R does not live above the P's floor. R does not live above P. That means R lives below P only. P lives at the gap of 2 floors below E. So here if I take E, 2 floors P, 2 floors is P, and at a gap of 1 floor above C. So this will be C. 3rd floor will be C. Then L lives on the adjacent floor. L lives on adjacent of neither E nor C, and J lives J and L on adjacent floors of each other. So J and L should be adjacent and L should not be adjacent to C. That means J is followed by L. J is followed by L. Then more than one manager lives between G and A. A who lives below N. A is living below N and G. So this is the correct order. So 9th floor G, 8th floor E, 7th floor is N, 6th floor A, and 5th floor is P, 4th floor R, 3rd C, 2nd J, 1st L. Now based on this we should answer the question. See the first one. Who is living just above J? Who is living just above J? Just above J, who is living? C. Which of the following is on the top and lowermost? So G and L. GL is the correct answer. Who is living on the 6th floor? A. How many managers live below L? Below L, is there any manager? No one. So no one is the correct answer. No one is the correct answer. 4 of the following 5 belong to certain group and hence form group. Which is the one that does not belong to the group? See here. So N, you see the floors. N is on the 7th floor. G, it is on the 9th floor. L, it is on the 1st floor. R, 4th floor. P, 5th floor. So except this one, this is on the even number. All are in the odd number floor. So R is the odd one out. In a certain code language, decisive is written as decisive, D-E-C-I-S-I-V-E, is written as K-A-C-F-G-T-G-O. So how you are writing decisive as this one? See here. See this one. D-E-F. After D, one letter means F. E-F-G. E-F, so E backside. D plus one letter. D afterward one letter means F. E backside one letter means C. Then C again back one letter means A. I, J, K. So F, C, A, K. That is written as K, A, C, F. Now see here, S. S, T, U. I back one letter miss G. V back again one letter miss T. E front one letter miss F miss G. So UG, TG. This is written as GD, GU. In the similar way, thumping. How you write thumping? THUM PING. So first TU miss V. TU miss V. H back one letter miss F. H back G miss F. U back S. T miss S. M front N miss O. And this is P front Q miss R. I back 1 miss G. N back M miss L. G front H miss I. Now how you read this? How you will write down this? O S F V I L G R. O S F V I L G R. So first option O S F V I L G R is the correct answer. See the next word, 27th question. In the word acrimonious, how many pairs of letters have the same number of letters between them in the English alphabet? Acrimonious. First you have to see front, then you have to see back. Now see the front. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Nothing. C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So C, I. C, I is one pair. Then R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. That is not there. I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Then M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. M, S. M, S. That is the second one. That is the second one. O, P, Q, R, S, T. N, O, P, Q, R. I, J, K, L. O followed by U, U followed by S. So when we move to the front, we are having only two pairs. Now coming to back. N, O. Between N and O, there is no gap. So N, O. Then N, O, P, Q, R. That means N, R. That is also one more pair. That is also one more. Then O, P, Q, R. O, R is one more pair. That means we are having totally more than 4 pairs we are getting. More than 4 pairs. Option 5 is the correct. See 28 to 30. Study the following information carefully, then answer the question. Point K is 10 meters to the south of J. J is 12 meters to the west of O. K is 15 meters to the west of L. N is 13 meters to the north of M, which is to the 18 meters to the west of J. See here. K is 10 meters to the south of J. First you write down J. First all of you write down J. J south, how many meters? 10 meters. Here you are getting K. Then J is 12 meters to the west of O. J is 12 meters to the west of O. This is O. Then K is 15 meters to the west of L. K is 15 meters to the west of L. K should be west of L, left side of L. This is how many meters? 15 meters. M is 18 meters to the west of J. M is 18 meters to the west of J. N is 13 meters to the north of M. N is 13 meters to the north of M. So this is the total directions we are having. Now based on this, we should answer the question. Based on this, taking this into consideration, we should answer the question. See here. See the first question. See the first question. This is L. This is L, 15 meters. Now see the first question. A person starts from W, reaches north, walks 14 meters and reaches X. X is in the midpoint of J and M. So suppose take this one as X. A person starts from W, walks north 14, reaches X. So from X, all of you draw south one line. This is W. And what is the distance of W and X? 14 meters. Then he goes 5 meters to the north. Then he goes from X, he is going 5 meters to the north. From X, he is going 5 meters to the north. Meters to the north. Takes two right turns. So this is the first right turn. This is the first right turn. This is the first right turn. And reaches J. This is the first right turn. This one is the first. This is the second right turn. This is the second right turn. First right turn, second right turn. Reaches J. How much distance did he travel? What is the distance did he travel? So this distance we should find out. So see here carefully. This is 14 meters. This is 14. Until here it is 14. From here to here it is 5. 14 plus 5, 19. 14 plus 5, 19. This is the midpoint of M and J. So this will be how many meters? 9 meters. This will be 9 meters. And this is again how many meters? This is 5 meters. This is also 5 meters. See, from here he is starting the journey. Until here it is 14. After that he is walking 5, again he is walking 9, again he is walking 5. 14 plus 5, 19, 19 plus 9, 28, 28 plus 5, 33. So 33 is the correct answer. 33 will be the correct answer for this question. See the next one. See the next question. A person starts from M in the north direction. He walks 8 meters and reach G, and then he walks east and reaches H. What is the H which is to the north of L? Find the difference between GH and HL. See this question carefully. A person starts from M in the north direction. This is M and he is walking in the north direction. He walks 8 meters. He walks 8 meters. So suppose this is 8 meters. This is total 13. This is 8. Reaches G, this will be G. Suppose this is 8 meters. This total is 13. Suppose I am taking this as 8 meters. He reaches G. This point is G. This is G. And turns east. This is east. And reaches H. This is H. Until here this is H. H which is to the north of L. H is to the north of L. Find the difference between GH and HL. So from G to H, what is the distance? This is 18, this is 15, 33. GH will be 33. And HL, what is this distance? This is 13. So see this, HL. What is the distance between HL? HL will be how many meters? HL will be how many meters? This is 8. See carefully, this is 8 and this is 10. 10 plus 8 is 18. HL is 18. What is the difference? 33 minus 18 is 15. So 15 is the correct answer. 15 meters is the correct answer. 15 meters is the correct answer. See the next one. See the next question. If point P is 6 meters to the south of O. So to the south of O. Suppose this is point P. This is 6 meters. If this is 6 meters, this will be how many meters? 4 meters. Since this total is 10, 6, 4. This is P. This is P. And Q is to the north of O, such that O is the midpoint of Q. So Q is to the north of O, such that O is the midpoint of P and Q. So P to O 6, O to Q also there will be 6 meters. Then what is the distance between Q and K? So what is this distance? This is asked. So if you see carefully, this is one right angle triangle. This is one right angle triangle. This totally will be 16. And this is This is totally 15. Until here it is 15. This is 12. So root of 16 square plus 12 square. So root of 16 square plus 12 square. That is the calculation we should do. That is root of 256 plus 144. Root 400. What is root 400? 20. So 20 kilometers or 20 meters is the correct answer. 20 meters is the correct option. Option 4. See the next question. 31 to 35. 10 persons have the marriage anniversary in different months, that is April, June, August, October, December, but not necessarily in the same order. Their marriage anniversary have on 2 different dates, that is 15th and 18th. Each of the 10 persons have an anniversary on 10 different dates. There are only 2 persons anniversary before F marriage. 2 persons anniversary between F and H. E and Z have anniversary in October. Only one person is there between E and V. V anniversary is not in the same month as of H. There are same number of anniversaries between Z and G as between F and W. W anniversary is in the month having 31 days. There is no one anniversary between anniversaries of X and K, whose anniversary is exactly between anniversaries of E and Y. X anniversary is not in the same month as of K anniversary. So this is the puzzle we are having. Now all of you open one 3-column table. Month, date, then person. April, we are having April, June, August, October, December. So see here. April. In April we are having 15th, 18th. 15th date is there, 18th date. Then followed by June. Then followed by which month? June. June also we are having 2 dates again. What are the 2 dates? One is 15, one is 18. 15, 18. June 15, June 18. Then again followed by, after June we are having which month? August. August again we are having 15th and 18th. 15th is there, 18th is there. Then again we are having which month? October. 15th, 18th. Then December. 15th, 18th. So in April we are having 30 days, June 30 days, August 31, October 31, December 31. And these are the dates. Now see the puzzle, start the puzzle. There are only, see here, there are only 2 persons marriage anniversary before F. Before F there are only 2 persons. So June 15th will be F. 2 persons anniversary between F and H. Between F and H there are 2 persons. So August 18th will be H. Then E and Z have the anniversary in October. Only one person anniversary is there between E and V. V is not in the same month as H. Taking all these into consideration, there are 2 persons E and Z will be having in October. Between E and Z, October. E and Z will be having the anniversary in October. Between E and V there is one gap. Between E and V there is one gap. And V is not in the same month as H. So how we can take this? So E and Z will be having the October month. So October Z E. And there is one gap between E and V. So E and V one gap. So this is only the correct order. If I take E, then E followed by V, or E followed by Z, we won't get the correct answer. So this is only correct. Then W anniversary is in the month having 31 days. W can be in the August or in the December. We don't know that. W can be in the August or then. There are same number of anniversaries between Z and G as between F and W. Between F and W, how many are there? The same number between Z and G. So suppose if I take December 15th W. So between F and W, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Between Z and G also 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be G. This is G. Then there is no one anniversary between X and K. K is exactly between E and Y. And X anniversary is not as a month of K. So there is no one anniversary between X and K. And X anniversary is not in the same month as K. So taking that into consideration. So here we will get X and K. That may be XK or KX. That may be XK or KX. K who is in between E and Y. So if I take Y here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So exactly in between means 2, then 2. Here I will get X. Then here, sorry. So here X and K should come. In this only X and K should come. And X is exactly K whose anniversary is exactly between E and Y. So between E and Y exactly K should be there. So here we will get K. Here we will get X. So see here. E 2 gap K. Y 2 gap K. That means K is in between E and Y. So this is the total arrangement we are going to get. Now taking this one into consideration, we should answer the question. See the questions. First question. First question. In which month X has the marriage anniversary? So X marriage anniversary is in which month? X is this one. Month is June. June is the correct answer. Then who is having the marriage anniversary on 15th April? G. Who is having the marriage anniversary on 18th December? 18th December, who is having? V. Which of the following date W has marriage anniversary? W is marriage anniversary December 15th. December 15th. 4 of the following 5 are alike in certain way and hence form a group. Which is the one that does not belong to the group? So K, it is 15th. G, it is 15th. Z, it is 15th. W, it is also 15th. Y, it is on 18th. So everybody's marriage anniversary is on 15th except Y. Y is on 18th. So Y is the odd one out. So with this we completed the reasoning session. Tomorrow we will start the quantitative aptitude session. సో ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఎప్పుడు ఓపెన్ అవుతుందని చాలామంది అడుగుతూ ఉన్నారు. ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఓపెనింగ్ గురించి క్లారిటీ ఇంకా మనకు తెలియదు. ఎందుకంటే ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్స్కు కోచింగ్ సెంటర్స్కు పర్మిషన్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఇవ్వలేదు. సో మోస్ట్లీ జూలై 15th ఆ టైంలో మరి ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్కి పర్మిషన్ ఇచ్చే అవకాశం ఉంది. సో ఆ విధంగా చూసుకుంటే ఆగస్టు ఫస్ట్ వీక్ నుంచి ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఖచ్చితంగా ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది. ఆఫ్లైన్ ఎగ్జామ్స్, ఆఫ్లైన్ క్లాసెస్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా రెగ్యులర్గా యాజ్ యూజువల్గా ఆగస్ట్ ఫస్ట్ వీక్ నుంచి రన్ చేయాలనే ప్లాన్తో మేము ఉన్నాము. కాబట్టి ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఎట్టి పరిస్థితుల్లో ఆగస్ట్ ఫస్ట్ వీక్ ఓపెన్ చేయాలనే ప్లాన్తో అయితే ఉన్నాం. సో ఆగస్ట్ ఫస్ట్ వీక్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది. అంతవరకు మీరు చేయాల్సింది ఏంటంటే ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసెస్ వినాలి, ఆన్లైన్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ రాయాలి. అండ్ డైలీ 3 daysకి ఒక పేపర్ అయిపోతుంది, SBI PO పేపరు. సో పేపర్ వినే ముందు, ఆన్లైన్లో మీరు పేపర్ వినే ముందు ఈ ఆన్లైన్ ఎగ్జామ్ రాయండి. సపోజ్ నేను ఇప్పుడు SBI PO పేపర్ నెంబర్ 7 చెప్తున్నాను. ఇది మీరు ఎగ్జామ్ రాయాలి ఫస్ట్. ఎగ్జామ్ రాసిన తర్వాత మీరు క్లాస్ వింటే మీకు యూజ్ ఉంటుంది. సో ఎందుకంటే ఓన్లీ వినడం ఒక్కటే కాదు, మీ సెల్ఫ్ ప్రాక్టీస్ అనేది కూడా ఉండాలి. ఓన్లీ మీరు ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసులు ఎవరు చెప్తున్నా వింటూ ఉన్నారనుకోండి, దానివల్ల ఎటువంటి ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్ రాదు. సో దయచేసి ముందు ఎగ్జామ్ రాయండి, దాని తర్వాత మీరు ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ వినండి, దానివల్ల మీకు ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్ అనేది వస్తుంది. అదేవిధంగా రిక్రూట్మెంట్స్ గురించి చాలామంది చాలా డౌట్స్తో ఉన్నారు. ఖచ్చితంగా అన్ని రిక్రూట్మెంట్స్ జరుగుతాయి, కాబట్టి మీకు టైం అనేది ఉండదు. సో ఇప్పుడే మీకు మంచి టైము, ఈ టైంను మీరు చాలా మంచిగా యూటిలైజ్ చేసుకోవాలి. సో ప్రతిరోజు యాజ్ యూజువల్గా మీరు ఇక్కడ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఎలా అయితే ప్రాక్టీస్ చేశారో, లాక్డౌన్ పీరియడ్లో మీరు మీ హౌసెస్లో మీ ఇళ్ళల్లో ఉన్నారు కాబట్టి అక్కడ కూడా ఇలాంటి ప్రాక్టీసే మీరు కంటిన్యూ చేయాలి. మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్ ఈజ్ మీరు ఎక్కువగా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలి. ఇప్పుడు అన్ని ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసులు అందరూ పెడుతూ ఉన్నారు, మీరు ఓన్లీ ఆన్లైన్ వింటూ ఉంటే మాత్రం ఏ యూజ్ లేదు. జస్ట్ ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసులు వినడం వల్ల ఎటువంటి ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్ రాదు. సెల్ఫ్ ప్రాక్టీస్ మీద డిపెండ్ అవ్వాలి. సెల్ఫ్ ప్రాక్టీస్ ఎవరైతే ఎక్కువ చేస్తారో, అంటే మీ ఓన్ ప్రాక్టీసే మీకు బాగా ఫెచ్చింగ్. సో మీ సెల్ఫ్ ప్రాక్టీస్ని మీరు ఇంప్రూవ్ చేసుకోండి. ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసెస్ వినండి, అదేవిధంగా మీ ఓన్ ప్రాక్టీస్కి కూడా మీరు టైం కేటాయించాలి. సో ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్లో డైలీ 3 hours క్లాసెస్ జరుగుతున్నాయి. జూలై 1st నుంచి మీకు ఆల్రెడీ జీకే క్లాస్ కూడా స్టార్ట్ అయి ఉంది కాబట్టి, సో కరెంట్ అఫైర్స్, పేపర్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషను, బేసిక్ క్వాంటిటీ యాప్టిట్యూడ్, ఎస్ఎస్సి క్లాస్ ఇవి రన్ అవుతున్నాయి. దాంతోపాటుగా మీకు డైలీ ఒక ఆన్లైన్ ఎగ్జామ్ ఉంటుంది. దాంతోపాటుగా యాప్లో మీకు డైలీ జీకే అప్డేట్ చేస్తున్నారు. సో తప్పకుండా ఇవి మాత్రం ఫాలో అవ్వండి. తప్పకుండా ఇవి ఫాలో అయితే ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్ అనేది ఖచ్చితంగా ఉంటుంది. ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఆగస్ట్ 1st వీక్లో ఖచ్చితంగా ఓపెన్ చేస్తాం. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ. Good morning. Good morning, students. Today we will start SBI PO quantity aptitude paper. Read the below mentioned pie chart carefully, then answer the questions given below. The pie chart shows the percentage distribution of the people who watches different web series. Consider that people watch no other web series apart from those which are mentioned in the pie chart. So you have to take this pie chart into consideration. Then basing on this, we have to answer the questions. See the first question. The ratio of the people. The ratio of the people The ratio of males and females who watch Suits is 23:17, and the people watching Friends is 40,000 less than the people who watch Sherlock Holmes. Find the difference between total males watching Suits and total females watching the Suits. So here, if you see, one thing is given clearly. The people watching Friends is 40,000 less than people watching Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes is 24, Friends is 20. That means the difference is 4%. 4% is given as 40,000. And we are asked about Suits. Suits is how much? 16%. If 4% is 40,000, 16% is 1,60,000. In this, the males and females are 23:17. We have to find the difference between males and females. The difference of 23 and 17 is 7. So 7 by 40 into 1,60,000. So this calculation we should do. If you do this, how much we are going to get? 40 into 4, 160. After the 3, that is 28,000. The correct answer will be 28,000. Option 3 is the correct answer. See the next question. See the next question. 30% of the people who watch 30% of the people who watch Friends also watch Sherlock Holmes, and the number of females watching both Friends and Sherlock Holmes is 16,000. Find males and females who watch Vikings if the number of males watching Viking is 32,000. The ratio of the males and females watching Friends and Sherlock Holmes is 7:2. Now 7:8. Now see here carefully. Here here 30% of the people who watch Friends also watch Sherlock Holmes, and the number of females watching both Friends and Sherlock Holmes is 16,000. The males and females watching Friends and Sherlock Holmes 7:8. So males and females ratio is given as 7:8, out of which the females watching both Friends and Sherlock Holmes 16,000. That means 8 parts equal to 16, then 7 parts equal to 14, then total is equal to 30,000. Total is 30,000. Now 30% of the people who watch Friends also watch Sherlock Holmes. So what is this 30,000? 30,000 is the people watching both Friends and Sherlock Holmes. Now 30% of the people who watch Friends. Total we don't know. This pie chart total we don't know. So T into Friends, it is 20%. In this 30% they also watch Sherlock Holmes. So T into 20 by 100 into 30 by 100 is 30,000. This 30,000 is the combined males and females of Friends and Sherlock Holmes together. Now what is T value? 30,000 into 100 by 20 into 100 by 30. We will get total. But we are asked about Vikings. Vikings is how much percentage? 12%. 12%. Do this calculation. So here 1, 2, 4 zeros. Here also 4 zeros will get cancelled. Then here 3 and 3 will get cancelled. Here 2 ones, 2 6. So we are getting 60,000. So 60,000 is the Vikings total. In Vikings, the males is given as 32,000. So out of 60,000, 32,000 males and remaining 28,000 will be females. We are asked the ratio for males and females, that is 32 is to 28. If we simplify with 4, we are going to get 8 is to 7. So 8 is to 7 will be our correct answer. Option 3. See the next question. See the next question. The average of people watching Friends, Sherlock Holmes and Suits is 20,000. So here we are Friends, Suits, Sherlock Holmes 3. Average 20. Total will be 60. So Friends is 20, Suits 16, 24. 20 plus 16, 34, 36, 36 plus 24, 60. So 60% equal to 60,000. So what is the meaning of that? 1% is equal to 1,000. Then the ratio of females watching Game of Thrones and Wings is 13 is to 7 and 5 7. Find the difference between males watching Vikings and females watching Games of Thrones. Now first Vikings. Vikings we are having 12%. Since 1% is 1,000, 12% means 12,000. In this we have to calculate males watching Vikings. Males watching Vikings is 5. Males and females 5 7. Males means 5 by 12. So it will be 5 by 12. That is equal to 5,000. Then Games of Thrones. Games of Thrones we have to calculate which one? Females. So Games of Thrones 28%. So it is 28,000. In this females is 7 by 20. So that will give 9,800. Now what is the difference of this? 9,800 minus 5,000. So what is the difference? We are going to get 4,800. So our answer is 4,800. 4,800 is the correct answer. Option 1 will be our correct answer. See the next question. Find the central angle. Find the central angle in the people of watching Games of Thrones web series. Games of Thrones we are having how much? 28%. So 28%. Since it is asked angle into 360. If you do this 0 0 cancel, 36 into 28. So this will be 288. This will be 72. So we are going to get 100.8 degrees. 100.8 degrees. That is the correct answer. See the next question. The people watching Sherlock Holmes and Suits together is what percent of the people watching Friends, Games of Thrones, Viking? Sherlock Holmes 24. Sherlock Holmes is 24. Suits is 16. So that will be 40. Sherlock Holmes plus Suits is 40. Then Friends, Games of Thrones, Vikings. Friends 20. Games of Thrones 28. Vikings 12. 20 plus 12, 32, 60. This is Friends plus Games of Thrones plus Vikings. So here what is the question? 40 is what percent of 60? That is in the ratio of 2 is to 3. So 2 by 3 is always equal to 66 2 by 3. 2 by 3 means 66 2 by 3. 1 by 3 means 33 1 by 3. So 66 2 by 3 will be the correct answer. See the next one. Two cards are drawn at random from a pack of 52 cards. Then find the probability of getting one red face card and one black ace. Now, two cards are drawn at random of 52 cards. So out of 52 we have to select two cards. That means 52 C2 we need to calculate. Then find the probability that we are getting one red face and one black ace. So total 52 cards will be there. This is divided into 4 sets. Each set will be having 13 cards. Each set will be having 13 cards. And in each set we will be having 3 face cards. Each set will be having 3 face card. 3 face card. What do you mean face card? We will be having 3 face cards in each set. So face card means Joker, King, Queen. Out of these 12, so total 12. Out of these 12, 6 will be red, 6 will be black. Then how many aces will be having? 4 aces. Each set will be having 1 ace. Totally 4 aces. Out of 4 aces, 2 black will be there, 2 red will be there. This is face, this is ace. So each set will be having 13 cards. Out like that 4 sets will be there. In each set we will be having 3 face cards. Joker, King, Queen. So total 12 face cards. Out of 12, 6 will be red, 6 will be black. In 4 sets we will be having 4 aces, 2 black, 2 red. Now probability of getting one red face card and one black ace. One red face card. So 6C1 into and means into. One black ace. Out of 2, 1. So 2C1. That is 6 into 2 is 12 and 52C2. So 12 by 52C2. This is the value we should calculate. This value we should calculate. So 12 by 52 into 51 by 2. That is 12 into 2 by 52 into 51. 4 3s, 4 13s. Then 3 1s, 3 17s. We are getting 2 by 221. So the answer is 2 by 221. 2 is the correct option. See the next one. If the side of the square is equal to height of the equilateral triangle, then find the area of equilateral triangle to the area of the square. So see here. If the side of the square is equal to the height of equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle in the sense all the 3 sides will be equal. So this is x, this is x, this is x. This is the height. So A, B, C, this one will be D. AD is the height. Now what is asked? The side of equilateral triangle. So here if you take this one like this. So this will be x by 2. So BC is x means BD will be x by 2 and this will be x. We need to calculate height. Height how to calculate? The root of x square minus x by 2 whole square. That give x square minus x square by 4 root. That is root of 3x square by 4. That is root 3x by 2. This is the height of the equilateral triangle. And height of the equilateral triangle is equal to side of the square. So side of the square is equal to root 3x by 2. Now area of equilateral triangle. Area of equilateral triangle root 3 by 4 x square and area of square root 3 by 2 x whole square. Now do the calculation. Root 3x square by 4 into 4 by 3x square. Root 3 into root 3, 3 x square. Now x square cancel. 4 and 4 will cancel. Root 3 by 3. 3 can be written as root 3 into root 3. So that is 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3 is the correct answer. 1 by root 3 or 1 is to root 3. 1 is to root 3 is the correct answer. Option 4 is the correct answer. Then see the next question. Deepak invested some amount on SI at 47,000 and rest on CI at 2 years If SI is offering at 12% and CI at 15% compounding annually, and CI is 532.5 more than SI, find the amount invested by Deepak on CI. So here CI is 15% for 2 years, so that will be 32.25. SI will be 12% for 2 years, that will be 24. And total amount is 47,000. Total amount is 47,000. Out of this 47,000, the principal of CI principal, if you take X, SI principal will be 47,000 minus X. And given the compound interest is more than simple interest by 532.5. So do the calculation. X into 32.25 by 100 minus 47,000 minus X into 24 by 100 is equal to 532.5. Now doing the calculation, this is 32.25x, this is 24x. Total it will be 56.25x is equal to 53,250 plus what is the product of 47 into 24. So this is 188 and this will be 94. So 1128, after that 3 zeros. So 1128 3 zeros. Now this total is equal to 56.25x is equal to 1181250. If we add these two, this will come. Now x value 1181250 by 56.25. 56.25 means 225 by 4. That can be written as 4 by 225. Now do the calculation. 15 15s, then 15 7s 105, 15 8s 120, again 15 7s, then 78,050. Again I am doing with 15. 15 5s 75, 15 5s 75, 15 2s 30, 5,250 into 4. 5,250 into 4, 0, 20, 10, 21. So the amount invested in CI, that we are taking X and that X value is 21,000. Option 3 is the correct answer. 21,000, option 3 is the correct answer. See the next question. B is twice as old as A. So that means A, if you take A, B will be 2A. The average of A and B 28. So total of A and B. Total of A and B means 3A. 3A is equal to average 24 means total 48. So A value 16, B value 32. Then the average of B and C 38. Total will be 76. If average is 38, total 76. 32 plus C is equal to 76. C is equal to 44. So A 16, B 32, C 44. A 16, B 32, C 44. The present age of C is what percent less than A and B together? A and B together 48, C 44. 44 is less than 48 by how much? It is 4 less. From where? 48. So it is 1 by 12. 1 by 12 is always equal to 8 1 by 3 percentage. 1 by 12 is always equal to 8 1 by 3 percent. 8 1 by 3 means option 5 is the correct answer. 8 1 by 3 means option 5 will be our correct answer. See the next question. Vessel A and vessel B contains a mixture of milk and water in the ratio of 2:3 and 3:5, 5:3 respectively. A, B, milk, water, 2:3, then it is 5:3. 50% of the mixture is taken from A and 40% of the mixture is taken from B. Then the resulting this one will be equal to this contains 36 liters water and 36 liters milk. Now you go by alligation mixture method. You take any fraction, either milk or water. I am taking milk. So in A, milk will be 2 by 5. In B, milk will be 5 by 8. So in the mixture, 36 liters milk, 36 liters water means it will be 1 by 2. Now do the calculation. 5 by 8 minus 1 by 2. This LCM is 8, so it is 1 by 8. This one 1 by 8. Then 1 by 2 minus 2 by 5. LCM 10. LCM will be 10. This will be 1 by 10. This will be 1 by 10. So what is A is to B? 1 by 8 by 1 is 10. So our A is to B is 10 is to 8, or else it will be 5 is to 4. So A will be 5 parts, B will be 4 parts. Now 50% of the mixture is taken from A. So 5x is equal to 50% x by 2. 5x is equal to 50% of the mixture is taken from A. So A is equal to 10x. And 4x is equal to 40% of the mixture is taken from B. So 2b by 5. So B is also equal to 10x. Now find the ratio of water in A and milk water in B. Now water in A. What is water in A? A we are having 10x. Water will be 3 by 5. So that will give 6x. What is water in B? That is 10x into 3 by 8. That is 30x by 8. We want this by this. 6 by 30 by 8, or else 6 into 8 by 30. So the answer we are going to get is 8 is to 5. 8 is to 5 is the correct answer. 8 is to 5 will be our correct answer. 8 is to 5 is the correct answer. The water in A to water in B is 8 is to 5. Here we have to find what is the wrong number in the given series. So here this is the number series 11, 6, 7, 13, 26, 67.5, 205.5. So clearly you can see this is the multiplication itself. So 6 into 1 plus 1. 7, this one. 11 into 0.5 plus 0.5. 11 into 0.5, 5.5 plus 0.5, 6. 6 into 1, 6 plus 1, 7. Then into 1.5 plus 1.5. What is 7 into 1.5? 10.5 plus 1.5 is equal to 12. So here we should get 12, not 13. So 13 is the wrong number. So here 13, in place of 13 we should get 12. See the next question. 3, 8, 26, 93, 392, 1990, 11,940. Now here what should come in place of question mark? Into 1 plus 5. 3 into 1, 3 plus 5, 8. Into 2 plus 10. 8 into 2, 16. 16 plus 10, 26. Now into 3 plus 15. 26 into 3, 78. 78 plus 15, 93. Into 4 plus 20. 93 into 4, 372 plus 20, 392. That is also correct. Into 5 plus 25. So what is 392 into 5? That is 1960 plus 25. It should be equal to 1985, not 1990. So 1990 is the wrong number. 1990 is the wrong number. It should be replaced by 1985. See the next question. 1729, 2745, 4097, 5833, 8001, 10648, 13825. So here which number is the wrong number? That we should find. So clearly if you see, these are near to cubes. This is 12 cube plus 1. This is 14 cube plus 1. This is 16 cube plus 1. This is 18 cube. 18 cube is 5832 plus 1. That is also correct. This is 20 cube plus 1. That is also correct. This is 22 cube plus 1. What is 22 cube? 10,648. So 10,648 plus 1, 10,649 should come. So here this is the wrong number. Here we should get 22 cube plus 1, that is 10,649. Next question. 13, 86, 498, 2485, 9936, 29805, 59608. Now here which number is the wrong number? You have to identify the wrong number. See here carefully. 13 into 7, 91. 91 minus 5 minus 7. So here 91, 13 into 7, 91. Here if you see this one, 86, then 498. See 498 first. 498 into 5. What is 498 into 5? 2490 minus 5. 2485. This will be minus 5. Then see the next one. 2485 into 4. 2485 into 4. 5 fours 20. Then 4 fives 20, 34, 19, 9940 minus 4, 9936. So this is correct, also this is correct. So how the series will be there? This is into 5 minus 5, into 4 minus 4. This should be into 7 minus 7. 13 into 7, 91. 91 minus 7, 84 should come. Not 86, it is 84. So in the first itself wrong number is there. It should be 84. See the next question. 4, 38, 82, 146, 240, 376 and 558. So here how the number series is carried. It is 34. It is 44. Then it is 64. That means here 10 gap, here 20 gap. Next it should be 94. So that is also okay. Then next one should be 40 gap. That means plus 134. So what is 240 plus 134? It should be equal to 374, not 376. So 374 is the correct answer, not 376. 376 is the wrong one. See the next question. Study the graph carefully, then answer the questions. The bar graph shows the total production of car and bike in a year by the company, and line graph shows the per unit selling price of car in given years. Now observe this one carefully. What is the first one? This is the bar diagram that is given. In the bar diagram, we are given with total production of car and bike. That means this is 80, this is 100. In between one line is there, that is 90. So each line is equal to 10 units. The first one is the car, first bar diagram. This is car, this is bike. Car, bike. Now come to the second one. What is second one? This is per unit selling unit price of car. Car selling price is given. So here it is given 0, it is 600. This will be 200, this will be 400, this will be 600. So each line is equal to 200 in the line graph. Here it is each line is equal to 10. Now based on this we should answer the question. Now go to the questions. See the first question. See the first question. If the total revenue obtained by company by selling car and bike in 17 is 4.5 lakh, find the per unit selling price of bike in 17. So bike in 17 we don't know the price. Bike in 2017 we don't have the selling price, no? So you take X. Then car in 2017, what is the price? Car in 2017, what is the price? What is the price of car in 2017? That is 3,400. And 2017, how many bikes are sold? How many cars are sold? 90. How many bikes? 100. So 90 bikes. So 90 into X. 90 cars. 90 cars. 90 into 3,400. 90 into 3,400 plus bikes. Bikes are 100. 100 into X. The total is equal to 4.5 lakhs. That is 4,50,000. Do the calculation. This will be equal to 306,000 plus 100x is equal to 4,50,000. So here 100x is equal to 144. What is the difference of 440 and 306? 144. 00. 144,000. So two zeros cancel. X is equal to 1440. So what is the price of each bike we are going to get? 1440. 1440 is the correct answer. See the next question. If the ratio of the selling price per unit of the car and bike in 2018 is 3:4. So in 2018 car price is 1800. See this one, 1800. So car and bike, it is in the ratio of 3:4. That means 3 parts equal to 1800, then 4 parts equal to 2400. Find the revenue by bike and car in 2018. In 2018, the cars are 100, bikes are 140. So cars are 100. Cars are 100. So 1800 into 100 cars revenue. Bikes 2400 into this revenue of the bike. How many bikes are there? 140. We have to find the ratio of bike to car. So here two zeros cancel. 24 into 14. 24 into 14 by 18 into 10. This we need to calculate. See, 6 threes, 6 fours, 2 twos, 2 fives. Then we are going to get 28 is to 50. That is the final answer. 28 is to 50. Option 4 is the correct answer. See the next question. If the selling price of the bike, if the selling price of the bike is 37.5 of 37.5 means 3 by 8 of car in 2016. So what is car value in 2016? You just see what is the car value in 2016. This is 2016, 2400. So this is the value. So bike in 2018 is 2400 into 3 by 8. That will give 900. This is 900. Now revenue of car in 16. In 16 the cars are 120. The cars are 120. Find the revenue made by cars in 2018. Cars in 2018 100 is what percent of the revenue made by bikes in 2018? That is 140. Now cars revenue in 2018. Cars revenue in 2018. This is 1800. So 1800 into 100. This is car revenue in 2018. This is car in 2018. Bike in 2018, 900 into 140. This is bike in 2018. This is what percent of this? This is asked. Now here two zeros cancel. Here 10 cancel. So 18 into 10 by 9 into 14. What percent means into 100? Do the calculation for this. 9 ones, 9 twos, 2 ones, 2 sevens. We are going to get 1000 by 7%. The correct answer is 1000 by 7%. 1000 by 7% means option 1 is the correct answer. See the next one. If the production of the car is increased by in 2020 by over 20% over the previous year. So previous year we are having how many cars? 60. Now this is increased by 20%. So cars in 2020 number 60 into 6 by 5, that is 72. The selling price of car is increased by 12.5%. So this is 3400. Cars in 2019. This is 2800. Now 2800. 12.5% means 1 by 8. Increase means 9 by 8. So if you do this, we are going to get 350 into 9, that is 3150. Now what is the revenue of cars? 3150 is the price into 72. If you do this, this is 6300. This is 22. So totally we are getting 226800. 2,26,800 over previous year. Previous year means 19. In 1960 cars are there and the price is 2,800. That will give 168,000. What is the difference? 226,800 minus 168,000. So what is the difference we are going to get? 58,800. Now this 58,800 is what percent of this one? From where it has been increased? From here. So two zeros cancel. 588 by 1680 into 100. So 0 and 0 will get cancelled. Now I am dividing 5880 with 16. Or else 588 I am dividing with 168. 168 3 is 504. Then 840. Exactly 5 times. So 3.5 into 10, that is 35%. What we are going to get the answer? 35%. 35% is the correct answer. Option 2 is the correct answer. See the next question. The selling price of the bike in 2020 is 14 2/7 less. Is 14 2/7 less. Then the selling price of car in 2019. What is car in 2019? 2800. So 2800. 14 2/7 means 1/7 less. So into 6/7. So that will give 2400. This is bike in 2020. What is bike price in 2020 that we are going to get? It is 2400. Now the profit on selling one bike is 25%. Since profit is 25%, this is 5/4. That means 5 parts is 24. 4 parts. Cost price means 4 parts equal to how much? 4/5 into 24,000. 2400. So what is the value we are going to get? 480 into 4. That is 1920. 1920 is the correct answer. 3 is the correct answer. See the next question. In each of the questions there are two equations 1 and 2. You have to solve both 1 and 2, then answer accordingly. Here x cube is equal to 2744, therefore x equal to 14. Y square is equal to 324, therefore y is equal to plus or minus 18. So here x is greater less than 14 will be less than 18, but 14 is greater than minus 18. So x greater than or equal, x greater than y is there. Also x less than y is also there. Therefore there is no relation. No relation is the correct answer. See the next question. 5x minus 7 whole square. It is in the form of a minus b whole square. That is a square plus b square minus 2ab. 2 into 5 into 7. That will be 70x is equal to 4 minus 3x square minus into minus plus. So plus x. If you do this, 25 minus 3, if it becomes 28. Minus 70 plus minus 1, that is minus 71x. This will be minus 71x. Plus 49 minus 4, that will be plus 45 is equal to 0. You can take minus 36 minus 35. The sum of 36, 35, 71, the product is equal to 45 and 28. Then it is 36 by 28, also 36 by 28, also it is equal to 35 by 28. We are going to get 9 by 7, also 5 by 4. Come to y. 4y minus 3, that is 16y square plus 9 minus 24y is equal to 4y square minus y minus 1. Then 16 minus 4, 12y square. Then it is 23y plus 10 is equal to 0. Minus 15 minus 8. Then it is 15 by 12, 8 by 12, 5 by 4 and 2 by 3. So see here the comparison. Here we are having 5 by 4, here we are having 5 by 4, x equal to y, and 9 by 7 is greater than both this one, x greater than y. So x greater than or equal to y. X greater than or equal to y is the correct answer. See the next one. 10x square minus 29x plus 21. So here what we can take? We can take minus 15 minus 14. The sum of 15 and 14, 29, and the product is 210. Then it will be 15 by 10, 14 by 10. That is 2 by 2.5, 1.4. So see here. 2y square minus 19x, 19y plus 45. So here we can take minus 10 minus 9. Then it will be equal to 10 by 2 and 9 by 2. That is 5 and 4.5. So here, if you see here, both x values are less than y values. So x less than y. X less than y is the correct answer. See the next one. X square plus 13x plus 42. So here you can take 7, 6. Here you can take, then answers will be minus 7, minus 6. Now here you can take 6 and 2. Then our answer will be minus 6, minus 2. Here minus 6, here minus 6. Therefore, x equal to y. And minus 7 is less than 6 and minus 2. Therefore, x less than y. Combinedly, we can say x less than or equal to y. See the next question. 1 is equal to 1 by x of 2 minus 11 by 36x. You need to calculate this. So 1 is equal to, what is 1 by x into 2? 2 by x minus 11 by 36x into x, 36x square. Then the LCM is 36x square. Then this will be equal to, if you multiply with 36x, we are going to get 72x minus 11, or else 36x square minus 72x plus 11 is equal to 0. Here we can take minus 66 minus 6. Then 66 by 36, 6 by 36. That is 11 by 6 and 1 by 6. So these are the values of x. Now come to y. 14 by y plus 9 by y. The LCM is 3y. Then it can be taken as 14y square plus 27 is equal to 13. 14y square plus 27 is equal to 39y, or 14y square minus 39y plus 27 is equal to 0. Here you can take minus 21 minus 18. The product of the sum of 21 and 18 is minus 39. Then our answer will be 21 by 14, 18 by 14. That is 3 by 2 and 9 by 7. So here if you consider 11 by 6 is greater than 3 by 2. 1 by 6 is less than 3 by 2. So x greater than y, x equal less than y. Therefore, there is no relation. There is no relation is the correct answer. See the next question. When we reverse the digit of a 2-digit number, we got a new number. The product of the new number with the sum of its digits is 52. The digits at tens place of the original number is 2 more than the digits at units place of the original number. Find the original number. So here there are two conditions. First, if go by options and you see the condition. The digits at tens place is 2 more than the digits at units place. So this is tens place, this is units. This is tens units, tens place units, tens units, tens units. The tens place is 2 more than the units place. So this is ruled out, this is ruled out, this is ruled out, because this is difference is 3, 4 minus 1, 3. Here 3 minus 1, 2. You can take 31. And what is other condition? When we reverse, we will get a new number. When we reverse 31, what is the new number? 13. The product of the new number with the sum of digits. What is 13 into 1 plus 3? 4 is equal to 52. So all conditions are satisfied. So our answer is 31. 31 is the correct answer. 31 will be our correct answer. See the next one. A and B can complete a work in 72 days. B and C 90, A and C 75. Whenever you are doing the work type of problems, you find the LCM. What is the LCM of 72, 90, 75? That will be 1800. 1800 is the LCM. If 1800 is the LCM, this is 1 by 72, then 1 by 90, 1 by 75. 72 to become 1800 25 times. I need to add 25 times. 90 to become 1800 20 times. 75 to become 1800, 75 2s 150, 75 4s 24. That is 69 by 1800. And here A and B, B and C, A and C. That is 2 of A plus B plus C is equal to 69 by 800. So A plus B plus C is equal to 69 by 3600. So all the three working together. So divide 3600 with 69. Do the calculations. 69 5s 345. Then 150. 69 2s 138. Then 12. 52 12 by 69. So that is 3 4s 3 23s. So 52 4 by 23. That is the correct answer. 52 4 by 23 is the correct answer. So option will be 2. Option will be 2. 2 is the correct answer. See the next one. The cost price of the article is 39 less than the market price of the article and the shopkeeper earns 40% on selling that article. If the amount of profit is 196 more than amount of discount, find the cost price. So what do you mean by profit? Profit is equal to SP minus CP. What do you mean by discount? Discount is equal to MP minus SP. Now see here. The cost price of the article is 39 less than mark price. So if we take mark price 100, cost price will be 39 less, that is 61. And the shopkeeper made 40% selling in that article. 40% selling. So what is the selling price? 61 into 7 by 5. That will be equal to 40% profit means 140 by 100. 140 by 100 means 7 by 5. That will be equal to 427 by 5. That is 85.4. This is the selling price. Now, amount of profit is 196. 61 is the cost price. Selling price 85.4. The difference 24.4. That is equal to 196. Then find the the profit is 196 more than the discount. Discount means MP minus SP. MP is 100, SP is 85.4. What is the difference? So profit is SP minus CP. 85.4 minus 61, that is 25.4. Then discount MP minus SP, that is 100 minus 85.4. That is how much? 14.6. And the difference of this, what is the difference of this? 9.8. This is given as 196. 9.8 is equal to 196. What is the cost price? 61 is equal to what? If 9.8 is equal to 1.6, one part is equal to 20. 196 by 9.8 is equal to 20. What is the cost price? 61 parts. So what is 61 into 20? 1220. So 1220 is the correct answer. See the next one. The time taken by boat to cover 48 kilometers in upstream is 200% of the time taken by the boat to cover 48 downstream. If the sum of the time taken by boat to cover 48 in upstream and same distance in downstream is 9 hours, find the speed of the boat. So here boat speed I am taking X, stream speed I am taking Y. Now what is given? The time taken by boat to cover 48 upstream is 200%. So 48 by upstream means always minus. 200% means 2 of time taken by the boat to cover 48 kilometers downstream. 2 of 48 plus xy. 48 by x plus y. Now do the calculation part. Here 48 cancel. 2x minus 2y is equal to x plus y, or else 3x, or else x is equal to 3y. X is equal to how much we are going to get? 3y. Now if the sum of the time taken by boat to cover 48 upstream and same distance downstream is 9 hours. Now see second equation. 48 kilometers upstream, x minus y. Already x is 3y. 3y minus y, 2y. 48 downstream. Downstream means x plus y. What is x plus y? 3y plus y, that is 4y, is equal to 9. So here 2 ones, 2 24s, 4 ones, 4 12s. So 36 by y is equal to 9, y is equal to 4. So here stream speed is 4. What is boat speed? Boat speed x equal to 3y, no? So y means 4. So we are going to get 12. So 12 km per hour is the correct answer. 12 km per hour is the correct answer. See the next question. Pankaj and Suresh invested a capital in the ratio of 4:3 and Pankaj and Suresh left the business after 5 months and 10 months respectively. Raju joined the business with 50,000 when Suresh left and they wind up the business after 1 year. If at the end of 1 year the sharing ratio of Pankaj, profit sharing ratio of Pankaj, Suresh and Raju is 2:3:1. Find the difference between capital invested by Pankaj and Suresh. So here we are having 3 persons. Pankaj, then Suresh, and finally we are getting Raju also. Now, Pankaj and Suresh, they are investing 4:3. That means 4x, 3x. Now, Pankaj and Suresh left the business after 5 and 10 months. So, Pankaj is leaving the business after 5 months. Suresh is leaving the business after 10 months. Then Razu joined the business with 50,000. 50,000 when Suresh left, and they wind up the business after 1 year. So that means when Suresh is leaving and the profit is shared after 1 year. So Suresh left after 10 months. Balance will be 2 months. That is Raju. Now this is 20x, this is 30x, and this is 1 lakh. Now, if at the end of the year the profit sharing of Pankaj, Suresh and Raju is 2:3:1, find the difference between Pankaj and Suresh capital. Now, you take Suresh and Raju because this number, this value is given. You either compare Pankaj with Raju or Suresh with Raju. Suresh is 30x. Raju is 1 lakh. And Suresh and Raju, the ratio is 3:1. So that is 3/1. So 3 ones, 3 tenths. So x is equal to 10,000. X is equal to how many thousand? 10,000. Now what is the difference of capital of Pankaj and Suresh? Pankaj is 4x, Suresh is 3x. What is the difference? X. And what is x value? We are going to get 10,000. 10,000 is the capital difference. That is 1 is the correct answer. See the next question. The data given shows the information regarding 4 different products ABCD sold by company in 14 and 15. Read the data carefully, then answer the question. In 2014, the ratio of the products A and D is 2:1. Units sold of C is 144% of units sold of D. Average number of units of ABCD is 1340 units. That is 2014. See here carefully. The average of ACD is 370. That means A plus C plus D is equal to 370 into 3. What is 370 into 3? 1110. Now, total units of ABCD, A plus B plus C plus D is 1340. Now we can calculate B. So B is 1340 minus 1110. That is how much? 230. This is B. And we are calculating 2014 here. This is B 2014. Now, the ratio of A and D is 2:1. That means A is 2x, D will be x. C is 144 of D. That means C is 1.44x. So, what is the 2x plus x plus 1.44x? That means 4.44x is equal to 1110. So, how much we are going to get x value? By 4.44, or else this you need to calculate. 111 into 4, this is 1000. So x value 250. How much x value we are going to get? 250. If you are going to get x value 250, then you draw one table column. You draw one table. Because 2014 is there, 2015 is there. Now I am drawing one table. So A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D, 2014, A, B, C, D, 2014, 2015. See here carefully. A, B, C, D, 2014, 2015. Now A in 2014, A 2x. 2x means 2 into 250. So x value 250. That is equal to 500. B, it is 230. P is 230. C, 1.44x. 1.44 into 250. 1.44 into 250. So 250 into 144 by 100. 52s, 55s, 2 ones. 72 into 5, 360. Then what about D? D is x. X means 250. This is 2014. Now we have to calculate this one, 2015. See. See here. The average units of C and D is 475. Units of A is 75 units less than D. Units sold of B is increased by 40% as compared to previous year. Now see this one. B 2014, it is 230. It is 230. Now it is increased by 40%. That means 7 by 5. If you do this, we are going to get 46 into 7, that is 322. So this 322 is B in 2015. Now B and D is Average is 411. That means total is 822. Already B 322. 322 plus D is equal to 822. So D is equal to how much? 500. D is equal to 500. This is 500. Then units of A is 75 less than D. That means A will be equal to 425. A will be equal to 425. The average of C and D is 475. So C plus D is equal to 950. Already D is 500, no? So C will be equal to 450. C is equal to 450. Now these are the values. These are the values. Now taking this table into consideration, we should answer the question. You have to take this table into consideration, then we should answer the question. See the first one. See the first one, all of you. Find the percentage change of products units sold of A in 15 to that of previous year. What is A in 15? 425. What is A in 14? 500. So there is a decrease. How much decrease? 75. From where? 500. So 75 by 500 into 100. That will be equal to 15% and it is a decrease. So there is 15% decrease is the correct answer. Option 2 is the correct answer. 15% decrease. Now 67. Find the ratio of A and D in 2014. What is A plus D 2014? So 500 plus 250, that is 750. Then C plus D 2015, that is 450 plus 500, that is 950. What is the ratio of 75 is to 95? That will be 15 is to 19. The correct answer is 15 is to 19. 15 is to 19. See the next one. Find the difference of units sold of ABCD in 14 and average of ABCD in 15. So ABCD 2014, that is 500 plus 230 plus 360 plus 250, that is equal to 1340. This is 2014. Now 2015, 425 plus 322 plus 450 plus 500. This is equal to 1697. What is the difference of this? 357. We need to find average. So divided by 4. 4 8s 32. Then 4 9s 36. 89.25. 89.25 is the correct answer. See the next question. In 2014, the revenue of for product of D is 12 and selling price of B is 15. So selling price of D is 12, selling price of B is 15. Find the revenue by B in 14 is what percent of revenue of D in 2014? First of all, B. B, the selling price is 15. B, the selling price is 15. In 2014, that is 322. Sorry, 2014, that is 230. So 15 into 230. 15 0 45, 3450. D, the selling price is 12 and in 2014 it is 250. 12 into 250, that is 3000. Now B is what percent of D? So 3450 by 3000 into 100. 2 zeros, 2 zeros, 1 0, 1 0, 3 11s, 33, 3 5s. It is 115%. 115%. Now see the next one. The units of B and C in 2014. The units of B and C in 2014. So what is B and C in 2014? B plus C 2014. 230 plus 360. That is how much? 590. D in 2015. 500. So 590 is more than 500 by how much? 90. From where it is more? 500 into 100. So if you do this, we are going to get 18%. 18% is the correct answer. 18% is the correct answer. So with this, we will conclude the today's session. Tomorrow we will start the new session about English. We will start English session tomorrow.